Hereditary Grand Dukedom of Luxembourg visits the United States. The Emperor and Empress of Japan host a spring garden party in Tokyo. The royal family of Denmark visit the National History Museum in Hillerød. And King Carl Gustaf and Queen Sylvia of Sweden host a glittering Gala State banquet in Stockholm. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are doing well today. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Wednesday, April 24th, 2024. On Tuesday evening in Stockholm, Their Majesties, King Carl Gustaf and Queen Sylvia of Sweden, hosted a glittering Gala State banquet in honor of the new President of the Republic of Finland, Alexander Stubb, and the First Lady, Susanne Ines Stubbu's first state visit to the Kingdom of Sweden. According to the Royal Court of Sweden, quote, "The tradition of a newly elected Finnish president making their first state visit to Sweden reflects the special relationship that exists between Sweden and Finland. The state visit underlines the two countries' close ties and affinity. The visit aims to continue to develop and deepen the close cooperation in all areas of society, particularly in regards to foreign, security, and defense policies. The new security situation in our neighborhood makes this relationship even more important. The visit also aims to promote even closer cooperation between the Swedish and Finnish business sectors to boost trade and investments and jointly strengthen global competitiveness." End quote. Guests attending the Gala State banquet included Their Royal Highnesses Crown Princess Victoria and Prince Daniel of Sweden, Their Royal Highnesses Prince Carl Philip and Princess Sophia of Sweden, Her Royal Highness Princess Christina Mrs. Magnusson, and her husband Mr. Tord Magnusson, members of the Swedish Parliament, government ministers, and distinguished guests. In northern Norway, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Haakon of Norway began his two-day visit to the municipality of Tromsø. On Tuesday morning, off the coast of the town of Hamna, the Crown Prince spent the day with volunteers from the nonprofit organization Kelp Guardians. Established in 2019 and inspired by groups such as the California Sea Grant and the California Ocean Protection Council, as well as organizations in Japan and Tasmania, the Kelp Guardians, quote, "organizes and conducts clearing events to remove overgrazing sea urchins, which in turn allows kelp forests to recover to their original state. In Norway, kelp forests can recover as fast as 6 months. Along with the kelp, we can see an immediate return of micropredators that live on the kelp and eat urchin larvae, breaking the vicious cycle of urchin barrens. The micropredators, in turn, become prey for larger fish and crustaceans, bringing the ecosystem diversity back. Over time, it returns to what it looked like before human activity, like overfishing and human-induced climate change and pollution, allowed urchins to explode in population." Led by the Students' Underwater Club in Tromsø and volunteer scientists for the Norwegian Institute for Water Research, the Kelp Guardians has now begun training efforts to restore kelp forests in and around the Tromsø area. End quote. On Tuesday in Hillerød, His Majesty King Frederik X of Denmark, Her Majesty Queen Margrethe of Denmark, and His Royal Highness Crown Prince Christian of Denmark visited the National History Museum at Frederiksborg Slot. During their visit, the Crown Prince unveiled, as well as hung up, his Elephant Knight's shield in the Knight's Chapel. The shield was created by Copenhagen-based heraldic artist Mr. Ronny Skov Andersen. On the occasion of the Crown Prince's 18th birthday on October 15, 2023, Queen Margrethe awarded the Order of the Elephant to her grandson. According to the Royal Court of Denmark, quote, "The shield reflects the Crown Prince's coat of arms and title at the time last fall when the shield was completed. It is tradition for Elephant Knight shields that they do not change, even if the knight in question later changes title or arms. As a Danish prince, the Crown Prince carries a royal Danish coat of arms, most recently established by Queen Margrethe after her accession to the throne in 1972. The shield is divided into 4 fields by the Dannebrog cross. The first and fourth fields are arms of the Kingdom of Denmark, a gold field, and 3 crowned blue lions surrounded by 9 hearts. It is known from the end of the 12th century and has been Denmark's coat of arms ever since. In the second field, South Jutland's 2 blue lions are seen in a gold field. The third field is divided into 3 more fields, all blue. Here you can see 3 gold crowns, which are Sweden's coat of arms, but which stand in the Royal Danish coat of arms as a reminder of the union of the 3 Nordic kingdoms. At the same time, a silver ram is seen, which is a Faroe Islands weapon and dates back from the 14th century. Finally, a silver bear can be seen, which has been Greenland's coat of arms since the 1660s. In the middle of the heart shield are the 2 red Oldenburg beams. The dynastic arms of the royal family can be seen in a gold field. The shield is held by 2 wild men, who are known as the shield holders from the time of Christian I. The shield is surmounted by an ermine-lined coat of arms. As something special, the Crown Prince's coat of arms is crowned by the special Prince's Crown, which, together with other rank crowns, was introduced by Christian V in 1693. Unlike the King's crown, the Prince's crown only has 3 visible hoops and a pearl at the top." End quote. This afternoon, His Majesty, King Frederik X of Denmark, presided over the inauguration of Denmark's Media and Journalism College campus in Copenhagen. According to a press release, the 7,000 square meter building, quote, houses the college's BA students from the fields of study in communication, media production and management, coded design, photographic communication, graphic design, interactive design, creative communication, as well as TV and media planning. In addition, the building provides a framework for around 1,500 students each year who take further education in communication, journalism, and visual disciplines. End quote. During the inauguration, the King gave a speech and was given a guided tour of the new building. Meanwhile, in Kolding, Her Royal Highness, Princess Benedikte of Denmark, on the occasion of her 80th birthday, along with Her Excellencies, Count Ingolf and Countess Susie of Rosenborg, presided over the inauguration of the exhibition entitled Princess Dresses at the Samling Koldinghus. The exhibition features over 20 gowns created by the late Danish designer, Mr. Jørgen Bender. Quote, ranging from party dresses, birthday dresses, and even Princess Benedikte's wedding dress. In addition to providing an insight into Mr. Bender's detailed craftsmanship, the exhibition also provides an overview of 4 decades of fashion history, as the selection was created in the period between 1968 and 1999. End quote. On Tuesday afternoon, Their Imperial Majesties, Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako of Japan hosted the traditional spring garden party at the Akasaka Goyen National Gardens in Tokyo. Members of the imperial family also attended the party, including Her Imperial Highness, Princess Aiko of Japan, her first spring garden party, Their Imperial Highnesses, Crown Prince Akishino and Crown Princess Kiko of Japan, Her Imperial Highness, Princess Kako of Akishino, Her Imperial Highness, Princess Hitachi, Her Imperial Highness, Princess Naboku of Mikasa, Her Imperial Highness, Princess Akiko of Mikasa, Her Imperial Highness, Princess Yoko of Mikasa, Her Imperial Highness, Princess Hisako of Takamoto, and Her Imperial Highness, Princess Tasanko of Takamoto. According to the Imperial Household Agency, 1,800 guests were invited to the garden party, including well-known Japanese actor Mr. Kinya Kitaoji. On Tuesday, Their Majesties, King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia of Spain, presided over the presentation of the Premio de Literatura en Lengua Castellana Miguel de Cervantes 2023 award ceremony held in the auditorium at the Universidad de Alcalá. Established in 1976, the award, worth 125,000 euros, is presented to an individual whose work has contributed to enriching the Hispanic literary legacy. The recipient of the award went to Spanish poet, essayist, and author, Mr. Luis Mateo Diaz. According to the Spanish royal court, the jury awarded the prize to Mr. Diaz for, quote, being one of the great storytellers of the Spanish language, heir to the Cervantine spirit, writer in the face of all adversity, creator of imaginary worlds and territories. With prose, sagacity, and a style that make him unique in the literary consideration of the highest flight, Luis Mateo Diaz surprises and offers continuous and new challenges with which he goes beyond the realm of fantasy and acquires reality in readers who appropriate their creative universe. In his creations, his expertise and indisputable mastery of the language stand out, which the author accredits in a writing in which he masterfully mixes the cultured and the popular. A style of his own, demanding of great originality where expressionistic, parody, or grotesque sense of humor prevails as the best way to relativize what happens, and which entails a lucid and ambiguous perspective that allows us to verify the complexity of the human condition. End quote. In other words, he's an amazing writer. That's it. This afternoon, Their Majesties hosted a gala luncheon at Palacio Real de Madrid on the occasion of the Miguel de Cervantes 2023 award ceremony. In Den Haag, Her Majesty, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, visited the Taal aan Zee Foundation on the occasion of its 10th anniversary. The Taal aan Zee Foundation offers Dutch language classes taught by over 330 volunteers to asylum seekers, refugees, and/or vulnerable non-native speakers. Her Majesty, Queen Mathilde of the Belgians, presided over the presentation of the Prix Reine Mathilde, I See, Idea, I Do, of the Queen Mathilde Fund, held at the Palais Royal de Bruxelles. According to the Royal Court of Belgium, each year the Queen Mathilde Fund supports dozens of initiatives in Belgium that, quote, strengthen the capacities of socially vulnerable children and young people. The I See, Idea, I Do call for projects specifically provides support and professional guidance to young people seeking solutions to local challenges, and thus aims to encourage social entrepreneurship among young people. End quote. And finally, on Monday, His Royal Highness, Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg, accompanied by a Luxembourg business delegation, began their 4-day working visit to the United States. According to the Cour Grand Ducale, the purpose of the working visit is to, quote, deepen relations with the main American industrial investors in Luxembourg, knowing that the United States represents Luxembourg's most important trading partner outside Europe. End quote. On Monday, the Hereditary Grand Duke and his delegation visited the companies Borg Warner and Guardian Industries in Auburn Hills, Michigan. On Tuesday, the Hereditary Grand Duke and his delegation visited the headquarters of Goodyear in Akron, Ohio, also known as LeBron James's hometown, and the company Avery Dennison Corporation in Mentor, Ohio. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I will be back on Thursday, April 25th, with all the latest royal news and events. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you a wonderful afternoon. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, comment below, and click on the notification bell so you won't miss a new episode. Okay, again, have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.